When did your ex realize they made a mistake? I was married to Denise. We were both 30 at the time and had a baby on the way. Life was supposed to be good. We were starting a family, but then everything blew up. I found out Denise was cheating on me with a guy named James. And it wasn't some quick fling. She'd been seeing him for months behind my back. The worst part, his girlfriend was pregnant too. So yes, both women were expecting, and James was the common link. When my son was born, everything was a mess. Denise didn't even tell me she went into labor. Her parents called me to let me know the baby had arrived. I rushed to the hospital, but James was already there. He had been there for the ultrasounds, the hospital visits, everything. And Denise had even tried to name him the father, but I wasn't going to roll over like that. As her husband, I was the legal father. Still, we got a DNA test to be sure. The results confirmed what I had hoped. My son was mine. That was the final straw for me. I filed for divorce and for custody at the same time. It was ugly. She was with James full time now, and they were raising 3 kids. James's daughter from his previous relationship, my son, and then a baby they had together a year or so later. By then, it was clear Denise wasn't coping well. At first, Denise and I had 50-50 custody, but I was paying her child support since I made more money. It wasn't great, but I was trying to keep things stable for my son. Then things took a darker turn. My son started coming home looking dirty, wearing clothes that didn't fit and saying he hadn't eaten. That was the tipping point. I went back to court and won full custody. Denise lost almost all parenting time. Now, she only sees him every other weekend. She was also ordered to pay a small amount of child support, but she's barely sent a dime. She always claims she's broke. And you know what? That might actually be true, but I've never chased her for it. I can handle my kid without her help. Then came the drama with school supplies. Every year since Denise lost custody, she's asked me to buy extra school stuff, not just for our son, but for her other kids too. She'll say things like, "It's for your son's siblings," or "Can't you be decent and help us out?" Nope, I send my kid fully prepared. I even donate to his class, but I've never spent a cent on the other children in her house. They're not my responsibility, and I won't pretend they are just to make her life easier. Then, 2 weeks ago, my son had a minor surgery. Denise showed up at the hospital, and at first, she was calm, but then she cornered me and brought up school supplies again. "Please just be decent this year," she begged. "Our other kids are suffering." I tried to ignore her, but she followed me across the room, and then, out of nowhere, she screamed. It was so loud. People turned to look. Nurses stared. I just stood there, frozen, then finally said, "I don't care if your other kids are struggling. They're not my responsibility." She looked stunned. I continued, "You already starved our son once to try and squeeze more money out of me. That's why you barely see him now. So don't expect sympathy from me. You keep popping out kids, but you can't even take care of the ones you have." Then I walked away. She's been blowing up the court-mandated co-parenting app ever since, calling me heartless, saying I'm a bad dad. I've saved every message and sent them to my lawyer. I think reality has caught up to Denise, and she's finally starting to see that she burned the wrong bridge.